You know Shaletta makes you laugh, but did you know Shaletta Brundage can also make you think and boost your business? Media personality, activist, and comedian Shaletta Brundage founded Shaletta Makes Me Laugh to celebrate and share the best of Black culture. It's a podcasting platform. You can download 10 weekly podcasts hosted by African American subject experts at ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com is also a production house, creating broadcast quality commercial content. And Shaletta and her team of storytellers create powerful promotional campaigns to get businesses the brand awareness they're looking for. Some of Minnesota's top businesses trust Shaletta, and you can too. Get out the word about your events and products and get in front of communities of color with ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com. She's got the power to help your business.
Hello, my lean and lit lovelies. How are you guys doing? Welcome to the Get Lean and Lit with Lindy podcast. I'm so happy that you decided to join me today. This podcast is for women over 40 who want to get strong, who want to build muscle, who want to lose fat, and to stop feeling like health is a full-time job. Over here, we enjoy the journey. We have fun. It's lighthearted, but with a message. We don't do any like boot camp intimidation tactics or, you got to work out 7 days a week to be part of this tribe. It's none of that energy. This is all positive vibes. And I'm just happy that you guys are here with me today. Today's episode is about workout snacks. Now, we're not talking about food at all, but I am talking about snacks. Okay. So bear with me. Workout snacks are short, bite-sized movements that you sprinkle throughout your day. Because let's be real, a lot of us don't have 45 minutes to 60 minutes to work out, period, let alone several days a week. And honestly, I don't feel like you have to do that to reach your goals. Somewhere along the way, we were also the idea that exercise only counts if it's at least 45 minutes long. If you're not, you have to be sweating profusely, breathing super hard. And we're not about that over here. You don't have to plan for 3 business days how you're going to do a workout, how you're going to get it in beforehand. That's not what this episode is about today. Because a lot of times if we can't do the 45-minute heart pumping, sweat inducing workout, then we have an attitude like, okay, why bother? What's the point? And I'm here to kind of dispel that myth today. That mindset has stopped women forever from exercising and kind of letting their motivation wane because they feel like they're not living up to the expectation of hitting a long, lengthy workout. Okay, here's the truth. For this season in life that we are, 40 plus, consistency is always going to beat intensity. Okay? Frequency beats perfection. Your metabolism responds better to regular movement than occasional punishing workouts. If you're regularly moving your body, that's much better than showing up on the weekends as a weekend warrior, driving yourself to the limit and burning out. So that's where workout snacks come in. And this is what workout snacks means to me. It means short bouts of movement. Usually workout snacks last between 2 and 10 minutes. So they're very short. We're not talking about an hour, 30 minutes, anything like that. 2 to 10 minutes per snack. And they can be done multiple times throughout the day when you have a break, when you just need to get up from your desk, when you are dropping the kids off and you have to wait somewhere. These are things you can put into your day and actually move your body so that you can get some benefits from it. So some examples of workout snacks are like 5 minutes of squats and push-ups. Set your phone alarm for 5 minutes and get busy. that 5 minutes will go by super quickly. You can do a brisk walk between meetings. You can do a quick band circuit while you're cooking dinner. So it's really a mindset shift. It's going from I have to do this long, laborious workout to let me just get in some exercise in between my other obligations that I'm doing today. They're not random workouts. They're very intentional, they're doable, and they're repeatable. So don't get it twisted. It's not just you're randomly running around doing different things. Make sure you plan out your snacks and what you're going to do. For women over 40, the snacks are gold for our bodies in particular because we have different recovery needs. We have higher recovery needs as we age. You can't just be going, all out every single day and not sleeping good, not resting, not stretching, not recovering. Our bodies respond better to frequent muscle activation as you age as well. And our bodies don't appreciate being ignored all week and then attacked on Saturday with the crazy workout. It's just, that's not how we're working these days. That's not how we're optimizing our health. Let me take you back to a time that I had the mindset of, if I can't go to the gym, it doesn't count. It was like circa 2000. I was a new mom. I was working full time. Life was super hectic. And I had a very specific fantasy version of myself at that time. In my mind, I would wake up super early, like 4:30 or 5, get dressed in a cute matching top and bottom outfit for the gym, and drive to the gym calmly and serenely and just be ready for my workout. The delusion was deep, okay? I was delusional. Because being a mom of a new baby, I don't know what I was thinking. I was trying to live my life as if I hadn't had this baby and I had all the time in the world to get to the gym and do all the things I need to do. The reality of it was I had a baby. I had a young baby. I had work responsibilities. I was tired. And I really had a deep resentment for my alarm clock going off at 5 a.m. at this point. So what happened? I would end up skipping workouts entirely, waiting for the perfect time to get my workout on. And as we all know, there's never a perfect time to get your workout on once you become a mom, once you have all these other obligations to get done. Then one week, I started doing like 7 minutes of strength training in the morning. I actually had a program that was 7 minutes of strength training. So I would do that in the morning. I would do a fast walk at lunch for about 30 minutes. And then I would do stretching on my foam roller, mobility exercises at night before I went to bed. And you know what happened? I ended up moving for more days with less stress and better results. That was my first clue that the rules I was following were actually made up. And we can make our own rules and do things the way we want to do them. Here's why this matters so much in midlife. After 40, our priorities shift in terms of our health. We really need to focus on preserving, if not building, muscles. That's critical at this point. You have to manage your insulin sensitivity because as we age, we become more less insulin sensitive, I should say. Our joints need to be supported fully, whereas when we're younger, we don't have to worry so much about our joints. But as you age, your joints start creaking and hurting and tweaking, and you have to really pay attention to them and put them through the proper warm up and cool down and rehab if needed. And as we get older, we don't want to feel broken all the time. You want to feel whole and healthy, like you're taking care of yourself, not like you're beating yourself down. So workout snacks help by they stimulate muscle protein synthesis multiple times during the day, which is very beneficial. They improve blood sugar control. And on one of my previous podcasts, I was letting you guys know that there's such a benefit to walking after you eat, even if it's for 5 or 10 minutes. So think of that in the context of exercise snacks. Keeping your body moving after you eat allows the glucose to get sucked up into your muscles and out of your bloodstream. So you're not having these high spikes after you eat, which in turn improves your blood sugar control. So also increasing your daily movement helps with your cortisol overload. And as we all know at this point, cortisol is a stress hormone. So moving throughout the day helps minimize the cortisol spikes. So instead of one big stress hit, you get small metabolic nudges throughout the day when you're inserting exercise snacks. Your body's going to respond with better energy, better recovery, and better adherence. Translation, you are actually going to stick with the program if you're not able to do these long bouts of exercise. You can do the snacks. So there was a season in my life where everything felt super heavy, super stressful. Work was demanding, life was full, 3 kids running around, and my workouts were the first things to suffer and sometimes actually disappear altogether. So I remember thinking, I'll get back to it when things calm down. You know how we do. Spoiler alert, they don't calm down. Things really don't calm down. So I experimented. Every time I had a break, I would move for 5 minutes on the hour, if that was possible. Not doing these big hero workouts, not Orange Theory, not running marathons, just day to day, taking care of myself. Just enough to remind my body that it still mattered. And that's really important for all of us to keep in mind. Prioritize yourself first before you can help anybody else, whether that's a kid or a spouse or your boss. You have to be in your best shape, feeling your best. So by the end of the week, I had logged more total movement than weeks where I chased perfect workouts. I felt a lot better, not just physically, but also mentally. So you have to get your head in the game and put everything into perspectives. Okay, let's be clear on what workout snacks are not. Okay, they are not random, chaotic workouts that you find on Instagram. That's not what I'm talking about at all. They're not really replacements for a structured training program forever. It's just at certain seasons in life, you may not have time to do a full workout. But if you do have time, it is always going to be better to do a full workout. So the snacks are there as in a supporting role to help you continue to move your body if you can't do a full-blown workout. Snacks are not an excuse to never lift weights again. That's not where we're going with this. So even in some of the snacks, you can do weightlifting. You can do squats with weights. You can do, pick 1 or 2 exercises and do those in 10 minutes. That still counts. That still is building muscle along the way. So workout snacks, in my mind, are simply a tool that you can put into your healthy living toolbox. It's really a powerful tool, but it's still a tool. So you can and should still add longer workouts when you want to and when you're able to. But now you're not stuck in an all or nothing trap. Okay? Cool. So here's the biggest shift that I've seen. I've seen it in myself, and I've seen it in women that I've coached over the years. When workouts become shorter, more flexible, and less dramatic, they stopped being optional. You don't have an out. You don't have an excuse at that point. So women who never stuck with exercise suddenly became more consistent with exercise. Not because they changed their willpower, but because the plan finally fit their life, which is critical. Okay? That's what I call sustainable health. That's wellness goals. That's how bodies change without burnout. You keep your cortisol low. It's how you get the body T, as the kids say today, through consistency. So if you want to try workout snacks, my suggestion is to start simple. Plan on 2 to 3 movement snacks per day. Nothing crazy. Pick something that you like to do, something that you can do relatively simply 2 to 3 times a day. Focus on strength, walking, or mobility. Pick one and focus on that. Get that down and then go to the next one. And you stop before you're exhausted. This should be relatively simple, not necessarily easy. You can still challenge yourself, but it shouldn't be an all-out, just going to the wall on something. So 5 minutes done consistently definitely beats 45 minutes done occasionally. Consistency is going to win every single time. So here's your permission slip. You do not need long workouts to get results. You absolutely do not. You need frequent movement that you can repeat. Workout snacks are not lazy. They're actually smart. They're efficient. And they work with your life, not against it. So I love workout snacks, and I encourage you to add them to your own life because sometimes it's just necessary to have smaller chunks of working out versus a full 45 minutes to an hour or beyond. Hopefully that makes sense and you guys are on board with that. So that's it. That's all I have today for you, my lovelies. If this episode gave you permission to move differently and to think about your workouts differently, please share it with a friend who thinks she's too busy to get her workout on. Okay? None of us are. Thanks for joining me today. And until next time, keep it real, keep it consistent, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Bye.
Hey, it's your girl Shaletta. Are you over there running low on your insulin supply and worried how you're going to pay for it? Minnesota's Insulin Safety Net programs got you covered. If you have less than a 7-day supply of insulin, you can get a 30-day refill for just $35 at any Minnesota pharmacy. Go to mninsulin.org today, print out the application, complete the form, and just take it into your pharmacy. Go to mninsulin.org.
Want to own a home, especially your first? Well then, welcome home to the Old National Bank Down Payment Assistance Program. We're here to help you from start to finish and make getting a mortgage a little easier. Plus, you may be eligible for up to $15,000 to use toward your down payment. How's that for a little easier? Everyone deserves a place to call home and a bank to help get them there. Connect with an Old National mortgage lender to learn more. Old National Bank. Get old in your new home.